Okay, here we are at the Digital Nomad Coffee Club. We are here every Friday, and my name's Shane. I call myself Chiang Mai Ambassador. A couple of weeks ago I did a talk here, which will sometime get up onto the web, and I told everyone about Chiang Mai and life in Chiang Mai. This afternoon we've got a few Nomad Summiters here. We've got a few Nomads in Wonderland here, and yeah, we've got a few from outside. So that's just like to welcome everyone here, and I hope there'll be something that you'll learn about LinkedIn, but also something that you'll learn about other people in Chiang Mai. So we'll have a bit of a talk from Martina, and then we'll have a few questions and answers, so make sure you think about that. And then towards the end, we'll have a networking session where we can just connect with others around us. Just to let you know, has everyone been to Four Seas before? Yeah, okay. Well, I don't need to tell you about Four Seas, but it's a co-working space. They've got a great cafe. They make great mango smoothies. And it's also a space for creatives, and currently Nomads in Wonderland, Ethereum Chiang Mai, ETH Chiang Mai is going on. And a couple things for next week. Four Seas has a hackathon, so if you're anything in the builder space or developer and you want to join in that hackathon, you can come down here and do that. And then also on the 3rd of February is the Ethereum's Chiang Mai Summit, which is the last sort of big event of Ethereum Chiang Mai. So that's on the 3rd of February. But today we're going to learn a little bit about LinkedIn, and we're going to hear from Martina Rushkay from Croatia. And she's been doing LinkedIn for a long time, and she's already practiced this talk a couple of days ago with the Nomad Summit team. And so if you've heard that, then you'll get to learn more about different things in LinkedIn today. So over to Martina.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you everybody for coming. My name is Martina, and welcome to today's workshop, LinkedIn Profile Makeover for Business Owners. Turn your profile into a client magnet. Before I start to speak and share my knowledge, first I want to hear some answers from you. So first, is there anybody who doesn't have a LinkedIn profile yet? Raise their hands. No. It's okay if you don't have one. Okay. Do you get inbound inquiries on LinkedIn? Yes, a couple of you. And if a potential client visited your LinkedIn profile today, would they immediately know who you help and why they should trust you? Who thinks so? Okay, brave. And my last question is, if you stop posting on LinkedIn for 30 days, would your profile still bring you inquiries? What do you think? Yes? Okay. I'm looking forward to check your profiles. Okay. So before, I don't know if you can see. Yeah. Okay. Before your LinkedIn profile works for you, let me share a couple of things about me and why I believe you should listen to me. So, as Shane told you, I have 9 years of experience, LinkedIn experience, and my expertise is personal branding for individuals and businesses. I'm a go-to person for CV and LinkedIn in Croatia, and until today, I gained more than 16,000 followers on LinkedIn. didn't buy any, it was everything organically. And until now, I worked with more than 600 clients, both from Croatia and region, also from Europe and around the world. And 80% of my clients come from LinkedIn. In other words, LinkedIn is my primary social network, and it's the main channel for me for promotion and sales. So in a nutshell, on the one side, I'm a CV consultant and I help leaders, managers and C-level employees how to write quality resume, cover letter and LinkedIn profile to get more job interviews and land a job within 2 months. And on the other hand, I teach other self-employed like me who wants to increase their visibility on LinkedIn, who want to build their personal brand and attract clients on LinkedIn without pushy sales. I'm the person who likes to talk about expectations because I believe when we say that loud, we are decreasing this level that we don't understand each other. So let me share what you will learn today. First of all, by the end of this workshop, you will understand how a client-focused LinkedIn profile works, what each key section should communicate, and why most profiles don't convert your followers and connections into clients. This workshop is not about trends, some viral things, some quick and easy tips and tricks, and about fancy wording. Why? Because I believe in long-term results, and today I want to share with you things that I also learn my clients, and that is clarity, positioning, and trust. Because I do believe that in long term, you can get better and more quality results. So how it will work? I'll explain the principle behind each key section. I'll show real examples using my own profile. Q&A section is at the end. Also, please, you are allowed to take notes and you can also take screenshots. So let's continue with our main topic today, LinkedIn profile makeover. Before I jump into explaining each key section, we will not go through all of them, but key sections, because time. I want you to know and raise awareness that you can optimize your LinkedIn profile from different positions. For example, it's not the same how you optimize your LinkedIn profile if you're a student. Then it's not the same if you're an employee who just wants to show his or her expertise, skills, results, talents. And then we have this third perspective, which I will talk about today. And those people are business owners. So people who sell services on LinkedIn. And if you are a person who is selling services on LinkedIn, there are four questions, answers, which I believe that are fundamental for each business, especially if you're a solopreneur, self-employed, so a person who is selling services. Why? Because I do believe that based on those questions, you get the clarity which you need to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So if you don't know answers on these 4 questions, then you have first homework for today, and that is to sit down and to answer these questions So you can have clarity and then go to your LinkedIn profile and make optimization. First of those 4 questions are who you are. It might sound a bit funny, but you wouldn't believe how many people, especially in Croatia, as I'm working mostly with solopreneurs, don't know what is their job position. So I'm not talking here about business owner, CEO, founder, self-employed, these kind of titles, but job titles. What do you do? So my job title is CV consultant and LinkedIn business mentor. Then the second question is, who is your ideal customer persona? Meaning, who is your target audience? Who is this person who you can help? This is really important for you to know the details and to understand your persona. The third question is, what problem do you solve? So what service do you offer? And the last one, why should people trust you? What makes you unique? Why I should choose you and not your competitor? Your LinkedIn profile is not your digital CV or biography. It is your sales page, if you're a person who is selling on LinkedIn. So please do remember this. This is your perspective, how you should optimize your LinkedIn profile. And now let's continue with the first key section, which is profile photo. The purpose of profile photo is trust and first impression. Your face is your brand. By that I mean that since you're a business owner, people will work with you directly, not with your team or any other department, etc. Because you're a business owner and they want to see your face. So your face is really important. Also, make sure that the profile is professional but approachable. So no, no selfies and photos with sunglasses on, etc. So I think we all know what professional, business portrait means. Then what is important here is to have clear and neutral background. So don't make, colorful backgrounds or so, because your face then will not be in the, it will not stand out. And the last thing, eye contact matters. So make love with the camera when somebody is taking a photo of you. If you want to know if you have a good profile photo, ask yourself, would I trust this person enough to start a conversation? Who thinks he or she has a good profile photo on LinkedIn? Okay. I'm not saying you should run to a photo studio, but you can also stand in front of the white wall and somebody can take a photo of you, okay? So this is example of my profile photo. And one last thing, don't forget to smile. Guys, you wouldn't believe how many people say, oh, I just wanted to connect with you because of your smile. And some of them become my clients. So smile is important. We're not looking here for corporate photos, like this. No. Then you're not approachable. So smile. Let's move on the next section. It's cover photo or background photo. The first thing you see actually when you visit somebody's profile. The purpose of cover photo is positioning and context. Have one clear message. So communicate, how do you help? What makes you stand out? Who do you help? It has to be consistent with your brand. Meaning, think about fonts, colors, design, and all these brand things that they're aligned with this design of cover photo. It should also support your headline and not repeat it. So that's also one thing I see as a mistake for majority of people. They just copy paste headline content text into their headline. And the most important thing is call to action. Let me share with you one experiment that I did in December 2024. So I post every single day on LinkedIn for last 2+ years. It's not that somebody is forcing me, but I just love to write. And I'm doing and I'm teaching others sales and marketing, so I know how important it is to have a call to action. And then I decided this December not to put a single call to action, sales one, at the end of the post. What do you think happened? Anybody? Did I get more clients? Do you want to know how many clients I got? So every single day posting on LinkedIn in December without sale call to action gave me 0 clients. 0. That's why call to action matters. I will mention it a couple of times during the workshop, so don't mind, because it is really so important. And if you want to know if you have a good cover photo, ask yourself, if this is all someone sees, do they understand what I do? Who thinks he or she has a good cover photo? Okay, so more homework for you. Sorry. Okay. This is example of my cover photo. Only for the purpose of this workshop, I translated it into English. So on the left side here, you can see that I highlighted for solo entrepreneurs who want their personal brand to work long term. You can read a lot from this sentence. And then what I did, I put 3 questions that are related to my target audience. So remember that 4 questions I mentioned at the beginning. It's really important that you know your target audience, that you know how they feel, what are their main concerns, problems, what do they want to achieve, what are their fears. Because when you know this, then you can create quality content that gives value and that attract your ideal clients. So for example, one of my questions is, you don't have inquiries despite your expertise and high quality service. So you can see here that I'm talking to people who are obviously selling because of inquiries, and they have experience and high quality service. So my ideal target client is actually experienced solopreneur. And call to action. It is really important that throughout whole LinkedIn profile, you guide your potential client, the visitor, the person who is reading your LinkedIn profile. Because if you don't tell them what is the next step, they will go away, as they did on every single post that December. They read the whole post and they just moved on to the next, because I didn't tell them, send me a message. Let me move on to the most important section on your LinkedIn profile. It's headline. Can somebody tell me why is headline the most important section? What do you think?
Because it's in every post you do. No?
Sorry?
If you post something, it's visible everywhere.
If you post something it's visible everywhere, okay.
I think it's like a movie title, you know? It's like the first thing that people will see about you. Not in the cover page.
Okay, first thing people see. Anybody else? So headline is actually a section that can everybody see whenever you post and comment, no matter on your post on somebody else. So people always see your profile photo, your name and surname, and the beginning of your headline, not the full headline. So the beginning of headline is the most important thing when we are talking about headline. Because if you make a comment, people will see this beginning, what is written there, and if they are a potential client of yours, they will either visit your profile or not. Okay? So the purpose of headline is value, not position. And your headline is not your job title. Job title is for this second group, employees. They write their job title. Headline should communicate who you are, what you do, who you help, what results you help achieve, and how you are different. So answer to that 4 questions from the beginning. And if you, okay, so now I have one practical exercise for you. So for those of you who hasn't got their cell phones, I mean, if you want to participate in this exercise, go to your LinkedIn profile and take a screenshot. It's important that your headline is visible. I will tell you later why. Okay, now, okay, let's move on. I will share with you a structure, a formula of headline that attracts clients. And I also want you to know here that all the things I'm sharing with you today, they work for me, for my clients, but that doesn't mean that there are no other ways how you can also succeed or be better or gain results. Okay, so this is not like unique rule for everybody to follow. So as we said, start with your job title. My job title is CV Consultant and LinkedIn Business Mentor. Then continue with promise. Promise is a sentence in which you share who is your target audience, what you offer, which kind of service, and what makes you stand out. So for me, my promise is I teach service-based solopreneurs to consistently attract clients on LinkedIn without pushy sales. I have one more. Wait. And then you can finish with something personal. Here, don't be afraid, because what I believe, so I believe that there are personal things and intimate. So for example, personal is driving positive changes, which is my life mission. Personal can be, what else I saw, a dog lover, a dog person, chocolate lover, Lego fan, black belt in Taekwondo or something. So share something you're okay sharing with public and with your audience. That helps build your brand and to stand out. This is the most important slide of today's workshop, so Yeah, you can make a screenshot. And now I want to show you my example, my headline. It says LinkedIn Business Mentor and CV Consultant. So I started with my job title, and then I continued with my promise. I help experienced solopreneurs to build recognizable personal brand and attract clients. 550 plus CVs that secured job interview, and something private, driving positive changes. Regarding emojis, if you like them, use them. If you don't, you don't have to. It's not a rule. And now I do believe that people learn the best when they practice and when they do. So, except giving you all the theory, now I will give you 2 minutes that you rewrite your headline. Who wants? And then we can all discuss and see if it is better than now. I put again this slide if you want help. Write your headline, don't look at my post. Is someone ready to share? I have a prize for volunteers. Let me know when you're ready. Ready? You want to share it? Okay. So please first read headline, yeah, which you had before, and then current one.
The previous headline I have is co-founder and CMO at GM driving business development, which I think I already covered the job.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And right now I guess something different is co-founder and CMO at GM and hashtag I'm looking for investment for moving agents GDP time. Because I
explanation.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
read. Okay. Did you hear well? Okay. Can you read it one more time louder? You can stand up. Stand up.
So for the previous one, my headline is
No, just read the current one.
the current one.
Yes.
Okay. Co-founder and CMO at GM Town, looking for investment for agents GDP time.
Okay, guys, what do you think? What is your name?
Summer.
Summer.
Yeah, summer. Like the season.
Summer.
Yeah.
What do you think?
She's
Is it
asking
clear?
things. She's asking things.
I think she's saying, I think she's not saying what she does, I think she's, like, trying to brag instead of giving, I can do this instead, she says like, I want this.
Yes, exactly. So focus on what you can offer, not what you're looking for.
Can I go?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
before, global COO at 45, scaling high growth companies, operations strategy and P&L leadership, e-commerce and multi-channel, a lot of shit. Next, the new one. Fractional COO, a business strategy consultant, helping founders and CEOs scale operations, execution, and profitability, turning operational chaos into scalable operations.
What do you think?
Good.
Is it clear who is her target audience? What is she offering? What makes her stand out?
The last two sentences, can we make that just one? Like, make it tight. Just, yeah, because a lot of execution, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you can say all that in one sentence. But
Keep
it's
it short and
yeah,
simple.
okay.
Yeah. And the best way for you to write a new headline is to go directly on LinkedIn because there is a limited space, so you can see immediately if it is okay. Thank you. Both of you wins 12 points. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Next section I want to talk about is about section. It is a section that gives so much headache to everyone. Do you know why? Because people don't know what to write in about section. And they're like, oh my God, I don't know what to write. So the purpose of this section is message and clarity. The about section is not your story. So we said that all of us here, business owners, you are this third group, and your profile is sales page, not your digital CV. And in about section, you should talk about your client's problem and explain it clearly. It should name the problem your client is struggling with, show that you understand their situation, and explain how you work. If clients don't see that themselves here, they won't reach out. That's the definition. So a simple structure goes, first you mention the problem client has, then your approach or solution, relevant experience and or results you have, and clear invitation to connect or reach out. Call to action. Okay? I have to go there to be in the camera. You can ask for slides later, they will be fine. This is a screenshot of my about section. It's in creation because I mostly work with creation, so don't focus on wording, focus on the structure. So the structure goes like this. Here I explained my client's problem. So it says, if you're an experienced solopreneur who has knowledge, experienced clients, then you're on the right place. And majority of people who I work with, they have results, but they don't know how to clearly communicate it. They have LinkedIn profile, but it doesn't convert. They post sometimes, but without consistency, and without a clear strategy. So these are the main problems that my ideal clients have. How I know? I talk to them. I made market research. Then I said, if this is you, then I can help you with my mentorship program, LinkedIn Business Boost, in which I help you to build your personal brand, clearly communicate your value, use LinkedIn as a stable channel for opportunities and growth, and to attract clients without pushy sales. And after that, I mentioned relevant results. I did the same thing with this other niche, with CVs, the same structure. And at the end, I again shared some of my best results. Then, what you also don't forget to put at the end, call to action. So I invited people to send me a message or to email me. I also put some random things about me, which helps me stand out and to build my brand. So yeah, don't forget that also all of us are human and that people want to connect with people. So not everything has to be business related, even when we are speaking about posting.
Martina, can you put again one previous one slide? Yeah,
This one?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I can share the slides with you and the presentation if you want, so you don't have to, because it have to be. Okay, let's move on. Featured. When I hosted the same workshop 2 days ago, one of the participants approached me and said, I listened to so many LinkedIn mentors and coaches, but none of them mentioned featured section. It's my favorite one because it is also a great way for your promotion. The purpose of featured section is direction and proof. And you can use this section to highlight your offer, share key content, and build credibility. If someone only looks to your featured section, they should know how you can help them. And this is my featured section. So on the left side, you can see a post. So it was a LinkedIn post, and then I pinned it here. It says, so in this post are all my services at one place, because I have 2 different niches and then a list of services. So I put it all in one single post, and it's pinned here, so people can clearly know what I offer and to whom. In the middle, I put a link to a waiting list for my mentorship program for solopreneurs. And the third one is a link to my video education called CV That Secures Job Interview. What else can you put here? For example, the fourth pin here is my client's testimonial. What else can you put here? You can put a link to your lead magnet, a link for people to book discovery call, free consultations with you, for your client testimonials, everything that will help your clients to know more about you and to gain more trust. The last section I want to talk about today is recommendations. It's at the bottom of your LinkedIn profile, but it doesn't mean that it's less worthy. The purpose of recommendations section is social proof. I don't know if this happened to you, but sometimes clients, when we start to cooperate, they approach me and say, Martina, I have to be honest and tell you that before we started to work together, I was doing a research, of course, of you, because I wanted to know more about you, if you're legit. And of course I checked your recommendations, but I didn't stop there. I contacted your clients. I was not surprised at all because, yeah, unfortunately, the world we live in today. So, yeah, I mean, what I mentioned in the beginning, trust is most important, I think, today, especially when you're working one-on-one. Let me share with you what strong recommendations look like. So, mention results. It has to sound like human, not generic, and make it specific. What you did, how you helped, what changed for your client. The best way and the way I do it is that I have a list of questions that I share with my client, and then they just answer it, and there you go, I have a recommendation. So it doesn't sound like, oh, I worked with Martina, she's so nice and friendly, she helped me with my LinkedIn profile, and I'm very satisfied. What does it say? It's not concrete, it's not specific, results are not mentioned. So make sure that if you have recommendations, and I do recommend it, that they're good. I have more than 31 recommendations, and this is the only one that's in English. And you can see on the screen some parts that are related to what I said previously, results. So what people are looking for. And to wrap it up, why most LinkedIn profiles don't convert? Because the message is unclear. Remember that 4 questions. When you have clear answers, then you have a clear message which you can then communicate on your LinkedIn profile. The second thing is that the client is not visible. So again, your LinkedIn profile is not your digital CV, but your sales page. Don't talk about yourself, talk to your ideal customer. And the third thing, there is no direction. There is no call to action. Good, yeah. So remember this. A good profile doesn't sell, it invites conversation. And when we are speaking about that, I think LinkedIn profile sets foundation. So first answer those questions, then optimize your LinkedIn profile. Because clients come from visibility, so when you like, when you comment, when you reach out to people, from interaction, it's really important that you speak with your target audience, with your community, not only through posts and comments, but also through inbox. This is where magic happens. This is when and where you connect with your potential client. A strong profile creates trust, and then this trust leads to conversations, and then these conversations leads to clients. This is the process, at least I can see in my experience. How does it go? So, after the trust is built, are you ready for personal feedback? Now goes the sales pitch. So, if you want a personal feedback on your LinkedIn profile and clear suggestion about your positioning and how you can build your personal brand, I offer LinkedIn profile consultation. So it's one-on-one, and what you will get is also bonus 20 minutes free strategy call on which you will get 2 concrete actions or steps for things that will attract your clients and turn them from followers and connections into clients. And this offer is specifically for you guys here, and it's available for next 24 hours, which starts now. Okay. So what are the next steps? You can scan QR code or search my name on LinkedIn and send me a message profile. And then we will see if I can help you. So I don't sell just to sell, but first I want to get to know you and see what you're looking for, what do you want to achieve, and then we can discuss about cooperation. So that was it from my side about LinkedIn profile and how to turn it into a client magnet. And now, questions from you. Thank you.
I learned about 10 different things that my LinkedIn profile lacks. So that was, just great to hear. And something, I mean, if you have a look at my LinkedIn profile, my picture is wrong, my cover is wrong, so I'm going to work on all that. But one of the things that organizing these events is I also get the chance to ask the first question. Does being verified on LinkedIn help your rankings?
LinkedIn says it does help, but I didn't, I do believe in actions that leads to sale and not in verification or to have a blue tick on other social network.
Anyone? Any?
Yeah.
Anyone else got questions? Okay.
How much should you rewrite your work history and descriptions that fit your current role rather than making what you achieved within that role at the time?
Sorry, can you repeat?
So, your work history, the companies you work for and what you did there, how much should you rewrite them to adjust to your current role rather than what you did there at that point in time, what you maybe achieved within the context of that role at the time?
So it depends, thank you for the question, it depends how many jobs you had in the past. For example, if you had more than, I would say maybe 5, 6, then you should put only relevant ones. And by relevant, I mean those who show your expertise, results, knowledge that helps you for your current career and what kind of goal you want to achieve now. Yeah, so for example, I see in Croatia that, a lot of students who are working in warehouse or in the bar, but if they're, life coach today, I say, okay, leave this out because it's not that relevant to your current career. Yeah. Anyone else?
Thank you. I have a follow-up question from what the gentleman said before. In terms of searchability, what factors impact that? So you talked about having a verified tick, but let's say someone types in like a strategy consultant or accountant or fractional CEO. What kind of factors determine which profiles go to kind of higher up the list and which ones get stuck in the hundreds and thousands on page 72 or whatever?
Thank you. There are a lot of factors that are important for your LinkedIn profile, but I would say the most important one is your content. In other words, keywords. Yeah. So that's, again, I mean, I know that I'm repeating myself, but to know answers on those 4 questions and to really know your target audience. And let me share the example how I did it. So when I started to work with my business mentor, that was the time when I wanted also to start work with solopreneurs. Until then, I was only CV consultant. And then he said, okay, the first thing you should do is market research. Okay, I mean, I paid him and I have to listen. Okay, so I'm doing the market research. And he gave me these valuable questions which helped me like to go into a brain of my ideal customer persona. So I wrote a post. Hi guys, if you're a solopreneur and you want to be more visible on LinkedIn, please help me answer a couple of questions, fill this form, and just like to say thank you, I offered a free webinar. So to get more answers, give them something in return, of course. And more than 50 people answered. So I got this spreadsheet, which was like a true treasure for me. Back then, so I'm talking about 3.5 years ago, majority, so you have to do analysis, of course. Majority of people were telling that they want to be authentic. That was like the time when in Croatia, everybody wanted to be authentic, authenticity. Everything was about that word. So what I did, not in every single post, but I put that word in my profile and I was constantly using it in my posts. And all those answers in this spreadsheet were idea for one single post. So like, I just close my eyes, pick one Excel cell, and okay, today I'm gonna write about this. And then I gained more quality network because they understood me. So I'm not talking here about language as Croatian, English, but it resonated with them. Okay, Martina truly understands my problems, my fears, my goals. How does she know all that? Because you told me. So it's very important to do market research, to know your customer persona really good, because then, yeah, that's one of the key factors I would say how you attract more ideal clients.
So yeah, as you know, I was a headhunter, so I had like 31,000 contacts. It was the limit. I don't know if they changed that, but at some point I had to delete people to add new people. Is still the case? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think yeah, it's the limit. And but the algorithm doesn't really like me because I'm not consistent. And yeah, also, yeah, I don't know. So the question is like, do you think I have to write every day like a post, or maybe, yeah, how do I get more like visibility? Even if I have like a lot of contacts, I get like just 1,000 or 2,000 views, or yeah, on newsletter. I don't know what's the best.
Okay. Thank you. Let me start with this. I have more than 16K followers. That's a lot. I would wish it's not like that. Because I started 9 years ago, and back then I was working in marketing, I was connecting with everybody, like no strategy at all. Then I started my hobby with CVs, and somehow I believe that I should connect with headhunters, with HR people. So I was just adding them, like all the HR people for years. And then 3.5 years ago, I started to work with solopreneurs. And then another target group, so solopreneurs, and. So I have a lot of different audiences. And what I've what I do regularly is just to disconnect with those people, because you will have more quality network. That's a work, but you know, that's only one of the ways how you reach your visibility, to have more quality people in your network. And regarding posting, you don't have to write every single day. I don't recommend it. The most important thing here is the one that you mentioned, consistency. I would suggest, if you're a beginner, to post 2 or 3 times per week. 2 to 3 times per week. Just that you appear in the feed of your network. Oh, Marie again. There she go again. And then at one point when they will need your services, oh, there's this Maria, she's writing all the time about this. So we want to become go-to person, the first person who comes to their mind. And also regarding visibility, beside posting, what I recommend, commenting, it's so valuable. Like, do 10 comments when you go to LinkedIn. Sometimes, like, I have one good example. So there was this girl who was looking for a job, and she posted her CV. Of course, I liked this post, and of course, I wanted to comment because I'm a CV consultant, and I want, like, people who are also supporting her with likes and comments, that they see me. And I gave her a couple of suggestions how she can improve her CV. This comment received more than 200 likes. My post gets around 50. So commenting. And also conversations in inbox. So regularly post, regularly comment, and regularly talk to your target audience in inbox. Okay. Thank you.
How should the LinkedIn profile be connected to your web page?
Thank you. What you can do, you can put a link to your website on a couple of places. So for example, if you have a premium LinkedIn, then there is this button below headline where you can put a link. Then make sure to put it in about section, maybe in featured, and also in experience. So when you list your current job title and what you do, you can also write the link, and you can also like put in media so the people can directly go to visit your website.
So it should be the same content.
Oh, what do you mean same content?
Yeah, the same message, the same word.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
exactly
of course, yeah. It should be aligned, yeah. I mean, if you visit my website, you will see the colors, the tone of voice, everything is aligned with LinkedIn profile. And
Thank you.
So, would you give an example of how you reach out? What do you text in the inbox?
I like outreach. It's my favorite thing I do on LinkedIn. It depends, of course, who do you want to reach out? But let me tell you an example. The best thing that works is to do warm outreach. So warm outreach means that you approach to people who already know you. Meaning, people, so remember this is a true treasure. So people who viewed your profile, people who followed you, people who sent you connection requests, people who liked your post, and people who commented on your post. Those are 5 examples of warm outreach. And of course, you want to do outreach to your potential client. So for example, if you're also a solopreneur and you send me a connection request. What is your name, please?
Lina?
Lina. My message would go like this. Dear Lina, thank you for sending me connection request. What motivated you to have each other in their network? Best, Martina. That's it. Like, keep it simple. And keep it like, have in mind like you're in line networking events like this, and how would you approach the person? I mean, you don't have like to do something, I don't know, crazy or, yeah, just be natural. Yeah, that's, and honest. And curious. That's the most important.
Okay, we probably got one question more.
Okay, so I don't even know what I want, but let's pretend that I want to be a consultant, okay? And consult for other businesses. Or even attract other recruiters for me to go somewhere else. It's either one or not. But nowadays, because I am in this big startup and with a big title, what I receive is like people requesting me to talk to me, right? They all want to sell me shit. Sometimes I do accept their connections because I do want to hear their pitch, right? But I'm like, does it hurt for my future me on LinkedIn being accepting all those people who will not be my clients? They're actually trying to sell me stuff. Makes sense? Is it like, is it okay for me to accept their connections, or should just not accept them?
Thank you. So we can go into 2 directions here. Because at the moment you are still not clear about your career, you can accept them, but you can unfollow them so you don't see their posts. Or you can not accept their connection requests if they're totally not either aligned with you, or like they are in completely opposite industry or whatever. Yeah, but once you're clear about your career, I suggest do strategic networking and accepting. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Lots of great questions there. Martina will be around for a little bit longer, and you're hanging out here most days, aren't you?
Yes.
So yeah, if you're visiting 4Cs, you'll probably see Martina around. Yeah, this week, like I said, Nomad Summit's closing party tomorrow night, if you've been part of that all week. And then, yeah, if you want to know anything about Chiang Mai, visas, or any stuff like that, you can always talk to me. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week for a special guest. We have a YouTuber. Last year she made lots of figures, and she has over 300,000 subscribers. So if you want to know about making YouTube your thing, then come and connect with her. Her name's Megan, and she's the portable professional on YouTube. So have a great weekend, and see you next week.